the beat.
I don't know who, somebody need to hear this. Y'all don't speak Hebrew, that's Yiddish. How the fuck you try to label us anti-Semitic? We the Israelites, blacks, native Hispanics. The Germans getting locked up for the Holocaust. Meanwhile, black people still up in the Holocaust. 100 million of us died in the transatlantic. 6 million died, y'all want the world to never forget it. You can never be a Jew, you a Ashkenaz. This ain't a star dum-dum, a gun that would die. Yeah, Yeezy told the truth and got ostracized. Not one person in the Bible had on a yarmulke. We were slaves in America like we was in Egypt. Y'all don't even fit the curses in the Torah neither. Y'all was blind to the truth, I had to make it clear. How Jerusalem, your land, your people came from Europe. That was 1947, your menorah got 9 sticks, it's really only 7. Yeah, it's us against the world, Armageddon. This what happened when you inherit lies from your ancestors. Y'all the synagogue of Satan with them black hats. Your whole nation sitting ducks, Aflacs. Bunch of thieves and culture vultures, ain't nothing kosher. To tell the truth, you vagabonds don't have a culture. Macedonia, Alexander and Philip, you a convert, so tell me, how the fuck is you Israel? That don't make you the people just cause you litter. Why my people can't hate your people like y'all hate Hitler? All the prophets was black and was called nigga. Y'all don't even fit the description that's in the scriptures. Abraham, all the way down to Jacob, we the real Jews. Y'all don't study Christ, y'all follow the Talmud. Keep it real, yeah, let's keep it real. Cold hard truth, it give you chills. Say y'all Jew-ish cause y'all ain't really them. About to do them like Hammond, it's the Feast of Purim. UPK undefeated, this an easy win. We was born fighting, y'all the evil twin. Jacob took hold of his heel, then out came his little red bastard and they kosher deals. It's only 12 tribes, y'all trying to make it 13. Esau despised his birthright, the Lord cursed him. He ain't the devil, who is? I'm still searching. Ask your rabbi, why he get them babies herpes? I don't know what's worse, that or you claiming that you a Maccabee. I'm about to cancel, everybody try to cancel ye. I ain't afraid to speak, that's what I do. They riding to the core, I'm just judging them by their fruit. Cause they ain't suffering curses. If I was carnal, I promise I'd punch you in person. I know this an uncomfortable subject. They making millions off our culture and black people suffering from it. Yeah, they don't believe in Christ, they the Antichrist. Make a living off of niggas, they're a parasite. I ain't afraid to tell the truth, niggas terrified. I'm about to go DEFCON 4, I ain't satisfied.
That is proof. That is absolute proof that they know we are the real Jews. That's absolute proof. Now you got the records. Go find me a white Jew on any archaeology in Egypt anywhere. You will never find a piece of archaeology with white people as slaves in Egypt. So don't tell me that they were slaves and it's their identity, and they know it. And I know the blasphemy of them, which say they are Jews and are not. The Lord knows the blasphemy of you so-called white people that say you are Jews and you are not Jews. You are not the people of the law. You are not God's chosen people. God's chosen people are living in the ghettos of America. God's chosen people are in poverty and depression in the streets of America. God's chosen people are walking around in America with no identity. That's where God's chosen people are.
Hey, Shalom. Yahba Shem Yahushua Barakathum to all the brothers. Yahweh Shemal Latham Bashem Yahushua to all the sisters. I'm Priest and Officer Kamada holding it down for Southern California and also Las Vegas. Once again, this is the Lashawan Qadash. First off, we are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, from the commanding Jenny Yohana. Since 1969, we've been teaching the truth. We've been defending the truth. We've been saying that the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. If it's not the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, it is not the truth. All right, so once again, this is the Lashawan Qadash. This is our ethnic language, which is the Hebrew, which today they will call biblical Hebrew, right? And the way you will say it, it's Lashawan Qadash, right? What people there's an imposter that people believe are the real children of Israel, which are not, right? They are imposters, and they speak a language which they call Hebrew, and it is not, right? That is a bastardized language, which you would know as Yiddish or modern Hebrew, right? Someone who speaks Yiddish or modern Hebrew would not be able to communicate properly with somebody who speaks Lashawan Qadash, or known as biblical Hebrew, right? Ancient Hebrew. So this is our language. So like in my hoodie did that. This is the ethnic language of so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, right? Who are the true biblical descendants of the who are the true descendants of the biblical Israelites, right? We are the children of the people who came out of Egypt. We're going to get into that. You know, we're for the past couple of weeks we've been going into the 100 common verbs and using them in present tense, right? But today we're going to go back to the going into the verses and right getting them in Hebrew and breaking them down like that into the English, right? So this is the Lashawan Qadash. This is what you see here. For if y'all been tuning in, um, you should be familiar with what you see on the board, right? We have the ancient Hebrew up top. We have the followed by the Assyrian Hebrew, which we will still pronounce it the same way, right? The oppressor, the imposter, he would add dots and what have you to pronounce it his own way, which is a bastard way, right? The Lord said he would give us a pure language. And that pure language is being taught in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. You're not going to learn it anywhere else, right? Um, so if we was to pronounce it, right, this will be the pronunciation here. Lashawan, let me underline. La Shawan. So Lakia. Lashawan Qadash, which translates to holy tongue, right? Lashon would be the root word, right? The root word would be lashon, right? Lashawan would be uh, what the tongue does. That's the verb, right? So what does the tongue do? It moves so it can speak, right? And Kodash means holy, which holy, when you look it up in the ancient Hebrew, it means set apart or separate. So there's a language that is set apart from all the languages that you have on planet Earth. And this language is set apart specifically and only, right? This is a language that is for so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Ain't nothing wrong with speaking Spanish or English, right? You could speak multiple languages or what have you. But this is our ethnic language, right? So, like every week, we go into getting so like writing out the characters and also pronouncing the characters, right? We're gonna continue to do that until Christ comes back. That's how we always start our classes. So we're gonna start off. Ah, ba, na, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ta, Ya. Ka. La. Ma. Na. Sa. I. Pa. Teza. Hua. Ra. Sha. Tha. We're going to continue in the Assyrian. A. Ba. Ga. Da. Ha. Wa. Za. Ka. Ta. Ya. Ka. La. La. Ma. Na. Sa. I. Pa. Tazah, Salakia. That's wrong. Salakia. The fall was wrong up there. Qua, Va, Sha, Tha. We're going to go over these. We're going to pronounce these out loud. A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Qua, Ra, Sha, Tha. Again in the Assyrian. Same pronunciation, different characters. A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Qua, Ra, Sha, Tha. Now there's 22 characters in the ancient, and there's 22 characters, so like the 27 characters in the Assyrian. For the reason is that we have double characters. There's 5 double characters. We have the Ka, the Ma, the Na, Pa, and Taza. And I will explain by underlining Ka, Ma, Na, Pa, Taza. These 5 characters have a double character. Now the character that I've underlined in the red, these characters are going to be read and written at the beginning or middle of a word. And the same double characters, the Ka, let me give some space to put it on. All right, the Ma, the Na, the Pa, and Taza. These same characters underlined in the blue are going to be read and written only at the end of a word. Right? So the Ka, the Ma, the Na, the Pa, and Taza are double characters. All right? So let me get these scriptures. So this week, when we do Sabbath service, right? Because once again, the Lashawan Qadash is supposed to get you ready for Sabbath service, or we go into topics, right? Because we have worksheets in the school. And if you would like any of the worksheets, you could drop your email and we could email them to you. You can also email the characters, the alphabets, which you would say the alphabet, but it's the Hebrew characters. We also have prayers, right, in the Hebrew translated into the English. We also have the numbers. We have the 100 common verbs, and we have the tense, which would be called kind of what we were going into, right? The Hebrew tenses, right? 1 and 2. So if you would like that, you could drop your and also we have Hebrew vocabulary sheets, right? Where So if you would like to receive those in your email, drop it in your in the comments, or hit us up on Facebook, right? ISUPK Southern Cal, or you could also uh, you can reach us at ISUPK Southern Cal Facebook. Let me just double check. So like it. ISUPK Southern Cal. You can contact us and leave us a message, and we'll get right to you. So this week for the Sabbath service, we are going to read from, it's 49 verses. So we start off at Exodus 29 and 44. And we're already reading through Exodus 31 and 9. So what I like to do, I like to cover a few of the verses that we're going to be reading, right, and kind of go into a breakdown, and also go into the words, and right for the prepositions and the propositions, right, which would be the prefix and the suffix, right. Point out the root word, and right, and then go into the breakdown of the verse. Why am I choosing these verses? So I'm gonna write this down. The verses that we are covering. Write it up here. Exodus 29:44 through Exodus 31 and 9. So I'm going to be covering Exodus 45 and 46, right, and other verses. All right. So we're going to get Exodus 29, 45, and 46. All right, so we're gonna get it in the ancient. So like we're gonna get it in the Hebrew, which would be in the Assyrian, because that's what if you was to buy a Torah, right? That's what you will get. You won't get the ancient. That's the reason why we have these classes, and then we show you that we pronounce the Assyrian just the same way we pronounce the ancient characters. So it's 49. So like a 29 and 45. All right, and then I will show you on the Blue Letter Bible. All right, we're going to go into that. I'll present it. All right, so for now, this is 45, and then I'll do 46 under. See if it fits. Like it. So why and I will dwell. Okay. Wa Shakanathya. All right, and I will dwell. So Wa Shakanathya. Ba Wak. Among Ba for Wak. Among Banya. The children Yasher Allah. Of Israel. Of Israel. Laham. Laham. There. Oh, Salaka. Children of Israel. Wa Haya Yafya. Wa Haya Yafya. And will be La Hum. There. La Alahaya. God. And God. All right, so Wa Shakanathya Ba the Wak Banya Yasher Allah Wa Hayayathya Lahum La Alahayim. All right, so what it's saying here, Exodus 29 and 45, and I will dwell among the children of Israel and will be their God. Verse 46. Okay, so we go like this. That's 45. We'll do 46 down here. Why? Why Yadiwa and they shall know. And they shall know Chaya, that Anya, that I, Yahweh, the Lord, Alahaya, Alahayaham, Alahaya, Alahayaham, their God. Their God, Ashar, that Hawataza, Hawataza, Salakia, Hawataza, Athia, Hawataza, Athia, brought forth Atham, like Athma, them, Ma, Arataza, of so like Matazariah, like it. Ma, of Egypt, La, Lashawan, Lashakanya, that I may dwell. That I may dwell by the Wakma. By the Wakma among them. Among them, Anya, I, Anya, I, Yahweh, the Lord, Alahayaham. Their God. Like this, so we're going to read this verse. All right, verse 26. Why, Yedaiwa, Kaya, Anya. So it's like a Why, Yedaiwa. So it's and they shall know. Kaya. So I'm going to read it in the Hebrew and then in the English, right? So we are Anya, Yahweh, Alahaya. So Alahayaham, Ashar, Ha. So like Ha, Wa, Taza'athya, Athma, Ma. So like Matazarium, Lashakanya, Ba, Bawa. So like let me see. Wa. Oh, this is 46. Not 26, it's 46. Watch it. Where am I? Egypt. Sorry. Right here. Lashakanya, Ba, the Wakma, Anya, Yahweh, Alahayam, so like Alahayaham, Ha. All right, so let's go into these words. I'm gonna use these markers. So we have Wa. Wa is and. All right, so why? Like, let me go back. Why? So the root word here is shakan. All right, shakan. Do that in the green. Shakan is the root word, which is dwell. All right, dwell. Right, and then we have a suffix, which is I. Let me just double check so I can. I gotta pull my sheet. Oh, that's another one too that we have. Um, Preposition and proposition sheet. So suffix. Okay, so I can. Okay, never mind. All right, so wa shakan shakanatya, and I will dwell by the wak. So the wak is the root word, which is would be among, right? And also in the midst or middle, right? So it's among, ba the wak. So that would be in, right? In the midst or in the right among, in the midst, in the middle, right? Among. Banya. Banya is the children, right? Yasha'Allah is Israel. Ba, so like a wa, that's in. Wa, right? So ha, ya, yathya, right? And that's to be, right? Will be or to be. Right? Will be laham. Laham. So hum is a suffix. Hum is there masculine, or is a suffix to mean there, right? Masculine, or them, right? There or them. Or, if you didn't know, the Bible is a masculine book. It's a militant book, but it's women are still under order, right? Because the man is the one who rules over the woman, whether you like it, believe it, or what have you. All right. La alahayim. Right. Alahayim is God. That means power. Right. We have verse 46. Verse 46 is why Yadaiwa, which is the root word is Yadai. So we have a preposition to mean and, right? And the Y as a preposition means and. And Yadai is to know, right? To know. Right, so Yadai is know. Right, that's the root word. Yadai is to know. Kaya. Kaya is that, for, or because, right? Kaya, Anya, that's I. That's the Lord's name, Yahweh, right? Alahaya, hum, right? Alahaya is God. The hum is the possessive or suffix. Again, that means there or them, their God, right? Ashar can also mean is that, and it also can mean which, right? That or which. Hawa taza'athya. Hawa taza'athya. The root word is yataza'ah. Yatazah. So like a yatazah. And that's to go out, come out, right? Exit. Right? So brought forth. That means to brought us out, right? Af ma. So af, that's a what they call it. So like it. Let me look it up. A direct object maker, right? So af, direct object maker, meaning that what the Lord is saying here only pertains to the children of Israel. No one else is included in these verses. When you have af, that's a direct object maker. All right, so Matazarium, that's Egypt. Matazarium, La Shakanya. La Shakanya. So the root word is shakan. Right, again, we have shakan here, shakan. We have shakan here again, that's dwell. Shakanya, la shakanya. The dwell, ba, the wakma. Ba, the wakma. So the root word is the wak. Do we have that here? So like, where did I see that? Here we go again. The wak. The wak is up here. I know I've seen it. That's twice. So the wak. That means among or in the midst. That's among. The wak. In the midst of them. Anya, I, the Lord's name, Yahweh. Alahaya hum. Like Alahaya hum. Then again, the hum is a possessive or a suffix that's used to mean there or them. Alahaya is God. So Alahayaham. All right, let's go to the blue letter real quick. Present the blue letter. So like it, let me go like that. That way we could go show this. So Exodus 29 and 45. You go to forward line, right? And just how you see it here, from right to left, right? Everything's from right to left is the same way you will get it down here, right? If you have reverse or forward, you don't want to use those. You want to use forward line. That means the same way is written, that it is written from right to left is the same way it'll be broken down here, right? So wa shakanathya, that means and I will dwell. Bathawak, Banya Yasha'ala, Wa Hayayathya, Laham, La Alahaya. So like a La Alahayam. That's another one that I forgot to point out. Alahayam. So the yum is a possessive to mean plural. So like, but it means power, right? Alahayim, that's power. When you look it up, it could mean it could mean God, judge, angel, right? Ruler, right? Judges, right? So the Lord is saying, so like it. And I will dwell among the children of Israel. Right? So this is a declaration of ownership. And the Lord, the Most High Power is laying it down right here that he lives among so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And not with any other nation. Right? Not with Rome, not with America, but with Israel. Right? He says, and I will dwell among the children of Israel. That means so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. The true Israelites according to the Bible. Right? He didn't deliver us from Egypt for fun or folklore. He pulled us out from he pulled us out to form a nation unto himself, to dwell among us like a father lives in his house with his kids, right? Because the Lord is a father to so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And this is heavy because it cuts the Christian lie that God is for everyone. No. Right? He said that he will dwell among the children of Israel, right? And that's tribal. That's exclusive. And that's so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Let's get the next one. Verse 46. Forward line. Wa Yadawa Kaya Anya Yahweh Alahayim Ashar Hawa Tazaathya Athma Ma Arataza. Oh, Salakia. I forgot to put that word in there. I know I saw it. Ma Arataza. That means Ma is out of Arataza is land or earth, right? So out of the land, Arataza, Matazarium, that's Egypt, La Shakanya, right? That I will dwell. The root word is Shakun. You see it down here. Shakun, that's the root word. That means to dwell. Ba, the Wakma. So like a Ba, Thawakam, Ba Thawakam. Anya, the Lord's name, Yahweh, Allah, Allahai. So like a Allahaya Hum. Right? And that is, and they shall know that I am the Lord their God, that brought them forth out of the land of Egypt, that I may dwell among them. I am the Lord their God. Right? Now you got to check that. You got to check why he says that I may dwell among them. Right? That I may dwell among them. The Most High ain't a distant spirit floating around in the sky like Casper. Right? The Lord wants obedience. He's a physical presence amongst his people. This was true then, and it is true now. He didn't go through all the trouble of destroying Egypt just to leave us hanging. All right, he's showing that identity matters. That's the reason why so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans have to come back to their true identity according to the Bible. He brought us out so we know who he is and who we are. And right now in 2025, after 400 plus years of captivity, it's time that we remember that. This ain't no spiritual metaphor. It's literal. Right? And it's a generational bond between the Most High and the seed of our forefather Jacob, who changed his name to Israel. All right, now we're going to go to the next verses. We're going to go to Exodus 30 and 7. Let me get that. Thirty and 7. Right, so I went to that first couple of verses to show you that the Lord lives amongst the children of Israel, who the children of Israel today are so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We are the true descendants of the biblical Israelites. And the Lord does not dwell with any other nation, right? How the Christian church of abusers of women and children makes you believe that God is for everybody, that is a damn lie. Because they contradict the Bible. Right? And when you contradict the Bible, it's because when the Christian church contradicts the Bible because they hate God. There's no other reason but that when you go against something, it's because you hate it. You stand against it. And the Christian church and any other religion, right, they are against the God of the Bible. So we're going to go to, let me see. So we're gonna do 7. 30 and 7. Exodus 30 and 7. Wa ha ha qua wa ha qua tayar and shall burn. And shall burn. I only get what? So like they're on shall burn. They're on Aharon. Aaron. Quad Tazarath. Tazarath. Incense. Samayam. Sweet. Ba. Baquar. Every. Ba. Baquar. Morning. Ba. Haya. Tayabwa. Yatayabwa. When he dresseth off ha ha Narath the lamps Yah Qua Tayar Na. He shall burn incense upon it. He shall burn incense upon it. So we're also going to get verse 8. All right, so I'm gonna read this one. All right, so this is Wa Ha. Oh, I forgot the Wa in there. Wa Ha. Wa Ha Qua Tayar. Wa Ha Qua Tayar. Al Yawa. Aharon. Qua Tarath. Shamash. So like it. Sa Mayam. Samayam. Ha. So like it. Oh, so like it. Babaquar. All right, so Babaquar. Ba, Ha, Yata, Salagia. Ba, Ha, Yatab, Salagia. Ya, Tayab. Ha, Salagia. Ba, Ha, Yata, Yabwa. Ha, Norath. Ya, Qua, Tayar, Na. All right, so let's get this. And it says, and Aaron shall burn thereon sweet incense every morning when he dresseth the lamps. He shall burn incense upon it. So let's go to the first one, which is Wa. That's a preposition to mean and. And. All right, the root word is Qatar. This will be here. And that is to burn. To burn. right? To burn incense. And this is al yawa. The root word is al. Right? Al is thereon. Aharon, that's Aaron. Quatarath, that is incense or smoke, sweet smoke, right? And then which will be incense. And then Sa Mayas. So like Sa Mayam. Samayam. And the root word is some. Some, which is spice. A spice used in incense. Incense, right? Which would be meaning a sweet smell. Right? Babaquar. So baquar is the root word. So like that. Let me do this. So this is the root word. Sweet. And then baquar. And that is morning. Right? Morning. Baquar. Right? So that's morning. Babaquar. Ba Baha Yata Yabwa. Yatab. Yatab, and that is Yatab. So let me see. Okay, here we go. So this is diligently dress. And I will show that, right, this is the Strong's definition. It has many definitions, made well, right, but I'll show you in the blue letter that it means diligently dress. Diligently dress. All right, so the root word would be yata. We don't have, so that'd be dress. Ah, ha. The ha is the. No, Nayar. Okay, so like what's that? No, Ra. The root word is Nayar, which means lamp. Right? So be Norath, right? The Norath would be Norath. root word is nayar, which would be lamps. Right? Ya. See right here. Yakwa tayar na. Yakwa tayar na. So the root word would be qatar. Qatar, which would be incense. Right? We have right here, qatar. Qatar. The root word incense would be qatar, incense. Right? That's a preposition. The the wa preposition, I mean he, right, shall burn. Qatar. So again, let me see something. And he shall burn incense upon it. All right, let me get the next verse to go into the blue letter. Verse 8. Verse 8. Waba. Waba ha ilah. Allah and when lighted Aharon Av Hanarath I should know what Hanarath is, right? The lamps. Norath. The lamps. Bayan. At. Ha. I. I rob yum. Like it. I rob you. Even Ya Qua, Señor. Nah. He shall burn incense upon it. He shall burn incense upon it. Qua, ta, ra, a, incense, ba, mayad, perpetual, la, panya, before the Lord's name, la, the rathya come. That's throughout your generations. Okay, so wa ba salagia. Let me see. Wa ba ha. Okay. Wa ba ha la. Okay, I forgot what. Wa ba ha I wa ba ha I la. Wa ba ha I la. And when so these are two prepositions. Wa and ba. When Allah is lighted, right? So all right, so it is in there light as 8 times. So I laugh root word would be ilah. All right, that'd be lighted. So to light. Light, let me see. What is it? Right, and light in the lighteth in the form of burn. All right, burn. Aharon, ha, narath. Right. So the root word is nayar, but it'd be that one. It'd be lamps. All right. The ha is a preposition. It means the. Bayan. Bayan is at. Right, at ha. Lucky. Ha. Irabium. The root word is irab. Irab is a root word, and that means evening, even. All right, even. Ya, quad, tayar, na. All right, we have that word again, and the root word is qatar. All right, and that's incense. Right, incense is qatar. Ya, that's he. Preposition, he. Qua, tayar, na. That means, and he shall burn incense upon it. Next word is quatarah, right? The root word again, quatar, that's incense. Fa mayad. The mayad is continually perpetual. La panya. All right, panya is the root word. That means before or in the presence. All right, before meaning in the presence of the Lord. All right, the Most High's name, Yahweh. La Tarath Yakam. La Tarath Yakam. Let me see. La Tarath. So the war will be that's generations. All right. The Ra, that's generations. And the Ra Yakam. And then we have a suffix. The come is your, masculine. Right? Your or y'all. So la dorath yakam, throughout your generations. So let's go to the blue letter, show you some of these words. This is Exodus 30 and 7. We're gonna start off with 30 and so like I went too far. Oh. Okay, so do like this. There we go. 30 and 7. Forward line. So wa, ha, quatayar. So y is and. That's a preposition and. The root word is qatar. So when you click down here, qatar is going to give you the Strong's 6999. And that means to burn incense. Right? To burn. So that shall burn. I'll ya what? The root word is out. As they're on Ara, so like Aharon, that's Aaron. Quad Tarath, that's incense. Samyum, right? When you look at the root word is some, and that'll tell you that is a spice used in incense, right? Aroma, sweet. To smell sweet. Sweet. Bakwar. That means morning. Baha Yata Yabwa. All right, so ba is when. The root word is yatab. I think that's the one we're going to go into, yatab. Because when you look it up, yatab, it gives you, you won't see it here, right? But it means dressed. So well, good, pleasant, merry, right? You try to look it up. But when you go into the Strong's definition, you'll see it down here. Diligent, so like a dress. All right, dress. So let's go back. So it tells you when he dresseth, when he gets ready in the morning, ha, narath. So ha is a preposition that means the, narath is lamps. Ya, quata, yar, na. The root word is qatar. So let me go back. So qatar, when we look up qatar, again, that's going to mean burn incense. All right, and let's continue to verse 8, because these go together. And I'm going to tell you why I went here once I cover verse 8. So again, forward line. Wa, ba, ha, out. So like a wa, ba, ha, I, lath. Wa, ba, ha, lath. All right, so wa is and. The root word is ilah. When we look up the root word, that's another one we're going to look up, right? That's light. Right, light as in, when you look here, burn, cause to burn. Right, light as in cause to burn. And when he lighteth, talking about the incense, Aharon, Ath, Ha, Narath, right, the lamps, Ba, Bayan, at, Ha, Arabium, that means evening, Ya, Quatayar, Na, right, the Y is he, Qatar,
right? The root word will be kotar, which means to burn incense. Shall burn upon it qua tarath. That means incense. Tha mayad. Tha mayad, that means perpetual. And continually, right? Daily. La panya, that means before or in the presence. The Lord's name. La dorath yakam, right? And the root word would be the war, right here, the war, the wrath, or would be the generations, throughout your generations. The come is a possessive to mean your, or you all, y'all, right, in the masculine. So the reason why I went here, right, is showing you that Aaron, that right, we must have discipline, we must have order, right? That's something spiritual. Not every man has order and discipline, and those are some things that our people have been cut off from. Right, the burning of incense just wasn't just about smells and vibes. It was about daily offering. Right, and you have to represent our communication and presence before the Most High. And Aaron wasn't, just doing it just because, like, he wasn't just following a schedule or a system, right? And that's our structure. Right now, you light up candles on street corners for lost ones, or on for funerals, or when your mother wants to pray to a deity. If if she's Catholic, if she's Hispanic, she's gonna be lighting up candles for deities. But the Lord, he had a real protocol. And every morning, every evening, you have to present yourself, right? You have to present your consent, which is your connection to the Lord. So that, this means that you don't do it once a week. How you have people in the Christian church that they think that you just got to worship the Lord once a week, which is on Sunday, which is a pagan day to worship the Lord, right? You got to do it every day. Every day you have to analyze yourself. Every day you have to present yourself to the Lord, right? Because he has angels that are taking notes and writing everything down and bringing reports back to the Lord. And for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans today, this scripture is a cultural restoration, and it shows how we come from a people of priesthood, right? Of a lifestyle of reverence, right? And if our community have men like Aaron, doing this daily, nonstop, right, we will have better communities, because we will analyze ourselves. We would hold ourselves accountable, right? We won't forget the Lord and then remember him on the weekend, like, oh man, now I gotta go worship the Lord. No, right? That is our heritage. Our heritage is to think about the Most High every day. That means think about being obedient, right? You can't break away from the Lord. That's what the false religion teaches you. They teach you to break away from the Lord during the week, right? And then now on the weekend, it's all good. You can come back to the Lord and remember that he's there for you, and that he hates your sins, but he loves you. That is a damn lie. And he said throughout your generations. That means forever. All right, let's go. Let's go to the next verse that I have. So like we kind of like at the end. Let me I'll just do verse 1. I'll just do it on here quickly, Salakia, which is going to be Exodus 31, 3 through 5. I was going to do. So like Exodus 31, and I was going to read 3, and I was going to do through 5. But we have like 15 minutes left, so I'll just cover it on here. The water for rocking with me. So we're going to do Exodus 31 and 3. The forward line. Salakia. So why Amalah, Athwa. So why Amalah. So why is an. Amalah. Amalah is so like a Malah. Malah. Wa Amalah. Wa Amalah. So Malah is fill. Right? And I have filled Athwa, him, Rawak. So like a Rakha, so like a Rakha, that means spirit. Alahayim, of God. Ba, Kha, Kama, Kha, Kama, Kakama, Kakama, and that is wisdom. Kakama. Wa-ba, those are two prepositions. That mean and in. Wa is and, ba is in. Tha, ba, wana. The root word is tha, ba one. Tha, ba one. Right? Shout out to Peace and Officer Tabawan. All right, so that is understanding. Now you know what Peace and Officer Tabawan's name means. That means man of understanding. Right? So wa, ba, the ith. So the ith is knowledge. Right? Knowledge. Wa, bakal. So let me get something. Wa, bakal. And in, so wa is and, ba is in, kal would be manner. All right, let's see. Just prove it right here. Any manner, right? Any manner. In all manner. Ma. Mala'ak. It's like a mala'aka. So mala'aka. That is work, workman. right? Workmanship. Malaka. Let's do 34. I'm gonna show you something with these verses right here. Malaka. So let me La Khashab. Khashab. So La is 2. Khashab. Device. All right, to device. La Khashab. Ma Khashab. So like Ma Khashabath. Ma Khashabath. Ma Khashabath. And that's cunning. Right? Cunning or work. Work, cunning. Cunning work. Ma Khashabath. Right? Cunning works. I mean skillful. Cunning is skillful. And scripture says that Jacob was cunning, right? He was skillful. Works. La'ai shawah. La'ai shawah. And the root word is Aisha. And that is work, to work. Yeah, to do work, right? To make, produce. Ba Zahab. Ba is in. Zahab means gold. Ba Zahab, in gold. Wa Ba Kasap. So Wa is an, Ba is in. Kasap is silver. Wa is an, Ba is in. Na Khashaf. That's brass. Verse 5. Verse 5 is Wa Ba. So Wa is in, and Ba is in. Kha Rashaf. That's cutting. Kha Rashaf. Like cutting, carving. A bun, that's stone. La Mala'ath. La Mala'ath. That La is 2. Mala'ah. Mala'ah is supposed to be set. So lock in. Let me see. It's supposed to be right here. Set. There you go. Set. So these are all the Strong's definitions. You can use it in all these manners. So set. To set. Right. Wa Ba. So and. Wa is and. Ba is in. Kha Rashaf. Carving. Right. Again here. Kha Rashaf. Carving. Cutting. Aitazah. Timber. Aitazah. Timber. La. I Shawath. All right, so the root word is, so la is two. Aisha is the root word, which means it should mean work. Right? To do work, make, produce. Ma la aka. Right? Again, ma is of, that's a preposition. So like that's a whole word. So like it. Ma la aka. That means workmanship. Right? So the reasons why I went here, right? Right, because for our people who've been told, that we're not builders, we're just laborers, we just are supposed to work hard, right? Well, we are builders, man. Like everything that's been built has been built by the so-called Black or Hispanic, right? And the Most High is telling you straight up that He gives us the spirit to create, right? And like when you read up, it gives you right. He says that he told Moses that that he had called by name Bezalel, the son of Uri, the son of Hor, from the tribe of Judah. And I have filled him with the spirit of God in wisdom, in understanding, and in knowledge, in all manner of workmanship. Right? So the Lord gives us the spirit. Right, you might have you're all Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You're talented, man. Like I didn't even know I was good at working with leather until I came into the school. Before I came into the school, I would watch videos on tooling leather or what have you. But when I came into the school, I didn't know that I had that gift. You know what I mean? And I'm able to help brothers up. I'm able to help brothers, look glorious when it comes to Passover, when it comes to feast days. You know what I'm saying? And there's other brothers in the school as well who've been doing it before I've been doing it. You know what I mean? But there are an inspiration and a motivation, right, unto me. Like I look at their works and I get inspired. Like, man, I want to do something like that. You know what I'm saying? And sisters too. Sisters, right? You have sisters who make amazing garments, amazing food, right? Sisters make amazing jewelry, right? You should shop with your brothers and sisters. Right? And the Lord gave us a spirit to create. Right? We're not just men who swing hammers, right, to build structure buildings for the oppressor. If we want, we really put our mind to it, like we'll build something better than the oppressor. The only reason why America is standing on its legs is because we're the ones that built America. Right? But the Lord is going to destroy America just like how He destroyed ancient Egypt. Right? We're the oppressor, the imposter, he has his diamond district, his jewelry district, but we make better jewelry than the oppressor. Right? You see everybody wearing chains, wearing bracelets, wearing earrings, wearing grills. That's because of us. Right? We're the ones. If we learn how to work in those fields, we'll create amazing things. Right? And I just wanted to prove that the skills that we possess are because of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Like, and whatever skill you possess, you know, you want to be perfect at it. But just remember this, that you can be perfect in serving the Lord, being obedient to the Lord as well. Right? Because when it comes to the Lord, when it comes to being perfect, you come with an excuse. Well, not, you know, we all fall short of the glory. Only Christ can be perfect. Christ said, "Be ye therefore perfect." Right? Like, just paraphrasing. Christ knew that we can be perfect. It's in our DNA. Right, and that's the I just wanted to present these scriptures to prove that the Lord is amongst us, that he dwells amongst us, he lives in our presence, right? But when you believe that God loves everybody, the Lord is not in your presence, because you are honoring another God that says, you know, you believe that the God that you serve loves everybody. That's not the God of the Bible. He's not in your presence. That's the reason why you're not prospering. You have to come back to your identity, right? And then the other precepts that you know, we went into, right, to show you that you have to serve the Lord every day, not just on the weekends, not just when you feel like it. Every day you have to serve the Lord. Right, and you know, and these are just precepts that cover the Sabbath service verses are going to be covered, right? And then just to show you also that, you know, we are a cunning people, we are a people with skills, you know. But what you want to do, you want to use your skills for the Lord, right? Don't use your skills for America. Right, with that, the water, I'm gonna turn this around and get these security announcements. Right, because we got to remember, the Lord said that he chose us, and we are a special people. That's Deuteronomy 7:6. Let me get the security announcements. Security announcements. We are the Eyes UPK, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister: when a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shut themselves of the world, and they need transportation. The teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this six-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10, means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashara, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to Treasury Department or teacher, priest fund, free will offering for the priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like, upcoming holy convocation, upcoming holy convocation is this Sunday, the 8th, right, which is the Feast of First Fruits. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black boots, shirt, pant, headband, war scarf. With that, we send one shout out to the brothers. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Barakathum. A shout out to the sisters. Yahweh Shem Malatham Bashem Yahushai. The water, class dismissed.